The day after Cardiff's 1-0 loss away to Huddersfield, who themselves were between managers at the time and second from the bottom of the table, it was announced that Steve Morison had been sacked. There was pretty much unanimous surprise from the fans at the news and no real reason given from the club. A short statement said Morison had been relieved of his duties, thanked him and wished him the best, and said Mark Hudson will oversee the first team for now. The man himself hasn't really revealed any details, but had this to say on Sky Sports News.
Yeah, I didn't do good enough, I suppose. I reckon I can definitely say that I left the club in a better place.
17.
One rumour doing the rounds claims he was sacked for being a bit of a bully towards the younger players, such as Davis, Waters and Colwill. Hartley, a well-known and credible CardiffCityForum.com member, said Morison's conduct towards the younger players was known around the club and possibly even had Colwill in tears after the West Brom game. And while it's true that Morison did sometimes publicly hang his players out to dry, he also spent weeks in press conferences sticking up for Max Waters' lack of goals until finally, exasperated, admitting defeat.
Does it accelerate the need again to bring in a striker?
Yes.
Also, whilst on international duty for Ireland, Callum O'Dowda, arguably Morison's best signing, was clearly disappointed about the sacking of his manager.
Obviously disappointed. I felt we as players owed a lot to Steve Morison. He was the one he was the one that did it for me. He was the one that got it over the line. So I need to be careful what I say, but I am quite disappointed.
Another rumour doing the rounds is that Morison had a massive argument on the phone with Vincent Tan following the Huddersfield loss, which seems to be backed up in this post by TH63 on the forum. Tan wanted Morison to play a more direct style. Morison refused to change the style of play, so Tan dropped the axe. Whatever really happened, most fans agree that it was a very abrupt sacking, considering he had just completed the unprecedented task of changing almost the entire squad in a single summer. 17 players in, 16 out, whilst significantly lowering the wage bill and introducing a new and welcomed modern style of football that City fans hadn't seen for years under a variety of hoofball managers. On the other hand, Morison did not have a good record in comparison to previous managers. According to forum member Pointyhead, Morison had a lower win percentage than Warnock, Harris, McCarthy and Slade. But you can't help feeling he wasn't really given a fair crack at working with this new team he'd assembled. It's not normal to have a manager completely revamp the squad in the summer and then sack him before Christmas. Morison is the 10th manager in 12 years of Vincent Tan owning the club and 3 managers sacked in 3 years since the departure of Warnock, and the board must be feeling under pressure to get the next appointment right. So let's take a quick look at which managers are available according to the bookies. Rob Edwards and Nathan Jones, both good shouts I think there. Jody Morris, Bellamy, he's not going anywhere is he? Scott Parker... not much to choose from there. Allardyce. Warnock, would you have Warnock back? Pulis will League 2 every time. Hooton the same. Sean Dyke, that'd be a good shout, wouldn't it? Yeah. Jonathan Woodgate Carrick. Solskjaer, you must be having a laugh. In the meantime though, we've got the City legend Super Mark Hudson at the helm, and you know what? Wouldn't it be great if he turned out to be a brilliant manager and made the job his own? Whatever happens, he'll still be able to dine out on that wonder goal versus Derby 10 years ago. 2 questions to leave you with, answer in the comments. Why do you think Morison was sacked, and who would you want as the new City manager? And do me a favour, if you like these videos, drop me a like, a share, a follow, etc. Especially you guys on Twitter. It's like trying to get blood out of a stone, for God's sake.
A little cluster of 5 yellow shirts in that box. Whittingham! Oh, it's brilliant!